versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin. I will fight with honor.
So this Primal Fin Champion guy is pretty good, but I feel like he's more of a late game card. Let's try to get some 1-drops. I think it's probably bad for me when I queue into other aggro decks. I do have a pretty decent curve this game though. I could have like coined out the Mean Street Marshal, but I don't want my Mean Street Marshal to not draw a card, and I don't currently have a good buff for it. And maybe my turn 4 is Marshal, Coin, Silver Moon Portal or something. Let's go for the Hydrologist here. These aren't the most exciting ones. Redemption can be pretty good with Wicker Flame Burn Bristle next turn, so let's go for that. I think I'm going to kill the Grandmother and then go for the Burn Bristle Coin Redemption play. Redemption is really strong on this guy. And with this play, I'm pretty much guaranteed to have something for Silver Moon Portal next turn. Oh wow. Well, even with that, I can still land the portal on the Hydrologist. And if he wants to trade in, it takes both of his dudes. So if I don't want to play the Silver Moon Portal here, I can go for Mean Street Marshal, Divine Strength, and Hydrologist. But the portal does let me kill the Kodo. I'm not sure how much I really care about killing the Kodo. The main fear of the 2/4 is a Houndmaster, but if he had a Houndmaster, he probably would have played it on Rat Pack that turn, or at least not traded in the Rat Pack. But it's also just kind of hard to get use out of the Silver Moon Portal. It costs a lot of mana. Sometimes it's hard to have a thing stick on the board, so I should probably just go for it. I think Novice Engineer is the worst 2-drop. Alright, I guess any 1-drop that I got there would have died to the 4/1.
There's no look save.
Although if I got a better 1-drop, or better 2-drop rather, he might have had to make the trade instead of waiting for me to make it. So I could go for Mean Street Marshal, Divine Strength, and Arcane Anomaly, and then throw a Hero Power with that. Or the Hydrologist is probably just better than the Hero Power, right? Not very good ones. So Repentance might be good on a high main, but I probably just don't really want to try to kill a high main. Plus, even if it has 1 health, I'm kind of trying to land the Spikeridge Steed on something next turn. It might just not even really work out that well for me. Let's just take the Redemption, I guess. Although I think I'm not even playing the Secret this turn. But, whatever. It's probably pretty difficult for him to kill all of my dudes here. He's probably gonna go face with that. Although I do have a lot of buffs in my deck, which he obviously knows. So clearing my board as much as possible might be a good idea. I think Wind Fury is the nightmare here. I'm not sure if he'd be willing to pick Wind Fury, but I think I would lose the game if he got it. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. So I guess I'm just throwing Spikeridge Steed on my Hydrologist, and then using my 2/4 to kill the Crackling Razor Maw. Unfortunately, this thing has Poisonous, so this guy dies, which is why I just put it on the weaker guy. But I get the 2/6 taunt, my Marshal lives. There was like no reason to trade off the Marshal that turn because I don't have the mana to play the card I get from it anyway. If he has to send both of those guys into the Stegodon, then the Marshal can clean up. I might be in an okay spot here. The thing is, like, even if he's winning on board, if I can just play the Galvadon without losing, sometimes it just wins the game for me. Oh, that's bad. Wow, that was such a good turn for him. Well, I think any chance I had at this game just went out the window with that.
Reporting for duty.
Where are we at on this? 3 out of 6. Does it have to be on my minions? Yeah. So if I cast this on one of his dudes, it doesn't count. I might have to just play it here to work on the quest. Let's definitely go for the adaptation. Poisonous is probably the best. Actually, the death rattle's quite good too. He's showing 9, 11. I might have to pick taunt here. Can I ever win the game if I pick taunt though? I think I'll pick the taunt and then just go for the redemption. Do I have to play this here or just throw it away? I guess I do. I don't directly get the draw out of it, but getting it out of my hand might mean I can draw one more from Divine Favor. And obviously it advances my quest, so I only need one more. The thing is, even if I draw like one of my 1 mana spells here, and then I can like hero power, play the spell, and play Galvadon, I'm just gonna die next turn. Well, I got the Galvadon in my hand. I think if he didn't have the Hunter's Work for my Stegodon into the buff on the Macaw into the Dispatch Kodo, that turn was just crazy. I think if he didn't have such a strong turn there, that game might have been winnable. I think it was closer than it looked because the Galvadon itself can just win the game if I had the time to get it down.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
This is probably a pretty bad matchup for the last Kaleidosaur, because they have like freezes and ice blocks and stuff. But I guess I still keep it. Do I keep Lost in the Jungle plus Divine Strength? I think I'd rather get a real 1-drop. I'll toss the Divine Strength. It's not that hard to draw into buffs with this deck. Burn Bristle's not the best pickup. Let's just start the quest here. I could play Lost in the Jungle, but it doesn't really do anything against Mana Worm, which is his most common and most frightening opener.
An incredible discovery.
I guess this guy's okay. Eye for an Eye is really good against Ice Block, so I'll just take that.
Someday I'll be just like you.
I think I'm just gonna play some 1/1s here. I could go for the Burn Bristle, but it just gets hero powered and trades for a 2/1. That doesn't seem very exciting. Wow, he actually made the trade with the 2/1 into the 1/1. That's a little bit surprising to me. So this is a secret from his deck, right? He hasn't played any primordial glyphs or anything like that. So I'm not too worried about Mirror Entity. So I think I just play this guy here. And then let's see if we can give him some health or something. I guess the Death Rattle's not bad. And then kill off Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
That's kind of bad for me. No, I can't deal with the Mana Worm. That's a good pickup, though. There's some incentive to put this on the Mean Street Marshal, but I think I really need to kill the Mana Worm. I'm just gonna play the Mean Street Marshal here. I don't have a buff for it, so it's probably not going to draw a card, but getting it out of my hand with a Divine Favor in hand kind of draws a card in itself. I got a pretty bad 2-drop from my Silver Moon Portal. Like, it's decent value out of the Jade Swarmer, but as a 1/1 into another 1/1, it just doesn't trade with anything. Well, I'm gonna go for Divine Favor here, I guess. I guess I'll keep this guy stealth, so I have a guaranteed Silver Moon Portal target next turn. I could have played Eye for an Eye there to draw another card, but Eye for an Eye is so good at securing a game against an ice block, I didn't want to throw it away. It's possible that I'm not in a good enough position to be worried about the end game right now, though. Let's go ahead and see what we get here. I guess that's not bad, since I'm not planning on playing spells anytime soon. It was tempting to combo the, Silver Moon Portal with the Primal Fin Champion, but I think I had to deal with the Mana Worm there. I don't have time to wait for a play like that. The Cho is actually not bad here. Did I say that already? The Cho's not bad because I'm probably not playing spells anytime soon. I thought, and then I drew a spell that I basically have to play this turn. He'll kill Cho next turn, right? I'm still kind of far away from the Galvadon. I guess I'm not going to play the Steed here. Hopefully he kills the Lorewalker Cho, and then I can play Primal Fin plus Steed next turn. I can't imagine that he's willing to leave Cho up, is he? I guess he is. So I probably do have to give him a Spike Ridge Steed. I mean, if I give him a Spike Ridge Steed and he wants to play it, he probably just has to give it back to me, so I guess it's not that big a deal. Never feels good showing your opponent a 6-cost spell, though. Alright, he gave me a Flame Strike. I'll take it. I mean, it's not very good, but I'll take it. So still one off from that. Start with the Hydrologist, see what I pick up. Second Eye for an Eye. I don't think the second one really has that much merit. Repentance is pretty good against some of the bigger stuff he can play. Let's play Repentance here, so it's hard for him to play Alexstrasza or Medivh. I've seen a lot of his shitters already. Oh, there's another shitter. Pretty bad Repentance. Infinite value. Wow. That was so good. So I could play Flame Strike here, draw an extra card off Divine Favor, but if I just go for Divine Favor, there's a good chance I can actually play Galvadon this turn. I guess I'll play this guy out first. Do I even want to draw a card? Yeah, I guess I do. Play it on this guy because he's kind of hard to deal with. Guess I should play Galvadon before attacking. So probably just trying to get as much damage as possible. These are like the worst ones possible. +3 attack. Wind Fury. Can't be targeted, I guess. +1/+1. This is a pretty shit Galvadon, honestly. I don't think he can kill Galvadon here. Actually, I guess Flame Strike plus Frostbolt on my Stegodon and then trade in the 2/1 could kill it. Alright, looks like it's probably not dying this turn, but he got the best card off the Firelands portal, so still in trouble. That's likely to be an Ice Barrier. My Galvadon just dies to his Earth Elemental here. I can't play the Divine Strength on my guy because he's not targetable. I've already pulled Patches out of my deck, so there's no Flame Strike, Corsair, Blessing of Might thing. I think I have to play Sunkeeper Tarim, maybe. Let's try to use Tarim for burst next turn. Actually, I'm just gonna play it. Not playing it here leaves Volcanic Potion as a really good out for him. This gets more wrecked by Flame Strike since I committed the Tarim already. But I've already seen one Flame Strike. I don't remember if it was actually from his deck or not, but I think a lot of lists don't even play a Flame Strike, let alone two. It looks like a Meteor. If that is a Meteor, I still should get in some good damage next turn. Play this to test for Counterspell, Spellbender, any of that kind of stuff.
To battle.
Okay, so that other one's probably an Ice Block. I could play Mean Street Marshal and then throw a Divine Strength on it, or I can just use the Divine Strength on the Argent Squire here. I don't think I really need to be drawing cards from the Mean Street Marshal at this point, so I think I actually value the 1 damage more here.
I fight.
I guess I'll just play this guy. He doesn't really matter too much, I don't think.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
This jungle hides many secrets.
Do I want to draw with Blessing of Wisdom here? I guess most of the cards I draw into give me more damage. Who do I want to put it on though? Probably not Tarim, because I don't want to draw too many cards with this. In fact, I probably only want to draw like 1 card. I'll just throw it on this guy. The adaptation's pretty good. Let's throw this on the 3/3, I think. It's better if I get like health or something. Wind Fury's fine. Let's Flame Strike these dudes. Push 9. That's kind of why I wanted to get health on that guy, or +1/+1. Yeah, looks like I'm done. I don't know. If I can push like a little bit of damage with recruits, maybe Ifer and I can still win the game, but he's still got Alexstrasza, so I think I'm just done. I think I would have won this game if he didn't get exactly Earth Elemental off his Firelands portal.
I'm almost out of cards. Reporting for duty.
It also really sucks that the Lost in the Jungle is the last card in my deck, rather than like Blessing of Might or the Divine Strength I drew last turn. Getting a wide board was pretty important. But if Alexstrasza is the bottom card in his deck, maybe I can still win. I can probably push 5 next turn. It's gonna be pretty tough to get him low. Oh yeah, I forgot he still had that. Oh, that sucks.